is startling.
Yeah,
It's
for
startling.
sure. And this really is a good segue into, I know you talk a lot about how, humans are, have untapped potential. It's just infinite. The potential is just
Yeah.
absolutely forever, but it's just we're missing the tools.
Oh, we don't have the toolbox. Why do we think this is what I love? I grew up in a place where we took driver education, which some people are like, what? I'm like, I know, it just sounds crazy. But why do we think that we don't need to sometimes get more tools? Just because I took driver education doesn't mean I can drive the Indy 500. Like, do you really think that that's going to happen? No,
Yeah.
absolutely not.
Yeah.
So why wouldn't we search and get the tools?
Yeah, there is definitely. And even just the one that you're talking about here, the problem and solution, great tool that anyone can use really for anything, not even for just for business or for sales, but literally for anything, any issue that you're dealing with. I feel like even your relationship, your health,
Every
um, we have the solution. One of the things that I talk about with my community is this little trick that I play with myself sometimes whenever I'm having trouble making a decision is to flip a coin.
Mhm.
So usually there's two the things that you're trying to decide.
Yep,
And I say pick a side, like heads or tails for each one.
yep,
Flip the coin, let it land. Don't look at it. Whatever you were hoping for is the answer.
yep,
Because you know within a moment of
yep,
what you're like, oh, I hope
yep.
that's your answer. And it is inside of you. That's so
It
interesting.
is. But and that's really interesting because here's what the other thing I would add. And decisions, I think more people need to understand how to make a decision because it really is one of the most impactful ways of assuring that you're going to get to your goal. Because, and I think it was Dr. Kenneth Blanchard who had the quote, those who are interested do what's convenient, and those who are committed do whatever it takes. So I will tell my clients all the time, I'm like, are you really committed or are you just, let me dip my toe in? Am I just checking to see what this is? And there's a huge difference between being committed and doing whatever it takes because it's backed by persistence.
Yeah.
It's the ability, faith is a substance of things hoped for and the evidence of things not seen. How long can you keep working at something without evidence that it's working?
Yes.
And so it's that decision. It's like, was it a real decision? Or are you just testing?
Yes. Can you say that quote again? That was so good.
No. So Dr. Kenneth Blanchard has a quote that goes, those who are interested do what's convenient, and those who are committed do whatever it takes.
Yes.
And
So
it's
powerful.
so good.
And
And because somebody will think I made a decision. And, you know, I always say this coaches are coaches because we get to coach ourselves along with our clients. Like there's, I mean, I was coached by Bob Proctor, and he was a great example because they still had coaches and accountability groups and all of that. And I go, if I'm saying it to you, it means like we don't do it either. Coaches are not infallible. And, but when someone's not doing the work, because it's work, it's not hard work, but it's work about 45 minutes in the morning that we ask someone to do, which, all sorts of reasons why people should have a morning routine. And if they're not doing it, I go, then how bad do you really want what you said you wanted?
absolutely.
It's a decision. How bad do you want it? I talked to someone, and here's a great example. Um, she wanted her and her husband's business, I don't remember, to do whatever millions of dollars and have a pretty wonderful life, and it was already on its way there. And when I said it took time in the morning, she goes, "Oh, I don't have time." I go, "Okay. So you don't have time to grow your business to a multi-million-dollar business.
Yeah.
You're not committed.
Yeah. You have to do whatever it takes.
To do whatever it takes."
Yeah, that's one of the things I talk about all the time is, because people get on me sometimes as far as the hours that I work or the time that I put into growing my business and my community, and I always come back with exactly that. I do whatever it takes.
Yep. It's a commitment.
I'm fully committed, and
It's
you can see it.
oh, immensely. So